Hi, my name is Zuko and welcome back or welcome to my channel Art. So the last time we spoke, Uldyssian and his pal say
It's your choice.
were escaping Serum, and the Temple of the Triune sent out Malik to go find and retrieve them back to the temple. So we're gonna go on ahead and continue that. If you have not watched my part 1 and part 2 yet, I do suggest go give it a go. Not much of my video is gonna make sense if you do not follow along in the story. And I'll get to it. Alright, so Uldyssian and his team of people, they continue on riding away from Serum to a point where they eventually decided that they should probably set up camp for the evening. So Achilles, ooh, treasure goblin! Oh no! I know! That's why I'm yelling! Oh my gosh, I hate it. There's always so many creatures. I gotta just focus. Come here, ya bitch. No, 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 no. He's gonna get away. Or I'm gonna die before that. I'm just like focusing. Yay, boy. Okay, now to kill all of these assholes I've been dragging along the way. So Achilles is in charge of hunting. Uldyssian, Lilia, Sarinthia goes foraging for drinkable water and some fresh berries. And Menlin takes care of the fire. Okay, that wasn't great. My game just gave in to me again. But anyway, Achilles, Sarinthia, and Lilia, they kind of split up. Ooh. They split up to go forage for drinkable water as well as some berries. Uldyssian gonna have a moment of silence to realize to himself all the crazy things that has happened, and he is a little bit on edge. Eventually, as he's walking, he hears something in the forest, a branch breaking. Obviously, he is highly alert and on guard, so when he turns about to look for where the noise came from, he saw Lilia approaching him. I'm so sorry, I'm so scared to be alone. I want to be with you. Uldyssian tried to comfort her by telling her that no, there's nothing to worry about. You shouldn't worry about it. But obviously, she was not really convinced. He seemed like he was very worried himself. Tells her, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do now. And she tells him, my love, it's very obvious what we should do next. You have a great power to you. We should give other people the same opportunity to have that power. And again, he doesn't like where she's going with it. He's feeling like, oh, what are you going on about again? And she's like, do you not realize? You've got so much power within you. You can give that power to others. Is that not what you wish to do? And it's like he doesn't want to be rude or anything, but he does feel like, oh, seriously, are you kidding me?
Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
Like I've told you before, I don't have any powers. What are you talking about? And eventually, she says, I can prove it to you. You see that bush over there? That dried out bush that looks like it is dying. I want you to focus on it and see if you can make something happen to it. And it's like, make what happen to it? And she says, anything. anything you wanted to. Imagine something happening to that bush, and I guarantee you that it will happen. Again, Uldyssian felt, while he listened to her before, and when he focused on stopping the storm in Serum, he actually did manage to do that, so perhaps he should give it another try. So he looks at the bush and really starts focusing on it. And to his surprise, in front of his very eyes, the dried out bush that seemed like it was basically dying was, oh my god, I'm gonna die, was becoming more lush and had, jeez, it just doesn't stop. The bush became more lush. It grew a lot of different type of fruits, and it stood almost twice the height it was before. Uldyssian stood there in shock. Lilia was awed, and she told him, you see, I knew it. I knew when you touched me that this was exactly what I felt. I can feel the power within me because of you. What do you suggest we do? We need to go to the city of Keijan, so we can help other people to get powers just as you have. Jeez, can I stop walking in these bowls?
Out of mana once again.
Yeah. He decides, you know what? Maybe I do have power. Maybe I don't understand it yet, but on our journey, perhaps I could learn more that can help us in the future. So that's what he continues on doing. Uldyssian decides, okay, no, it's fine. Let's go to Keijan. Let me see if I can help these people the way you say I can. She's happy to hear him say that, and she leans in and smooches him. So he's obviously not complaining about that. He's happy. And that's how their relationship starts. Flashback to Sarenthia and Mainland. So they are in the camp at the moment. Mainland is sorting out the fire, and Sarenthia is putting everything she gathered into a pile. When the two of them start getting a bit quiet. They expected Achilles to not be back by now, but surely Lilia and Uldyssian were supposed to be back. Mainland was concerned about their safety. However, Sarenthia had a different idea of why these two were missing together. So she says, he's with her. And that kind of like creates this uncomfortable feeling for Mainland as he realizes, yeah, they're probably together. Sarenthia starts talking and she says, I don't like it when Uldyssian is with her. He doesn't listen to reason when she's near. She speaks into his ear and he follows her like a puppy. Mainland, without even thinking about it, just tells her, oh, well, that's what love does. And obviously that's not what Sarenthia wants to hear. She does not want to hear that, oh, okay, the guy that I like loves someone else. So Mainland immediately is like, oh, then maybe that wasn't the correct thing to say. She looks very upset, and Achilles enters the camp. He sees Sarenthia sitting there, and she looks very upset, looks like she wants to cry. And he says, Mainland, you told her? How could you? Sari, I'm so sorry about your dad. And Mainland is trying to like wave him down, like, no, wait, that's not what I said. And Achilles tries to like correct himself, like, oh, never mind. And Sarenthia's like, what do you mean? What about my father? And again, they try to redirect the conversation, try to not say anything about it. But Sarenthia keeps pestering and and tells them, what happened to my father? Achilles kind of works up the courage and eventually tells her, sorry, I'm so sorry. Cyrus is dead. He got killed in the storm back in Serum. I just I hadn't had the time to tell you yet. I didn't know when would be the correct moment. Now Sorrentia's kind of like breaking down. Oh, my father. You know, now again she realizes, oh, I never even bothered to check if my dad was okay. Kind of an afterthought, but anyways. So now she's crying about that and having a moment to herself. Maitland is feeling really uncomfortable.
Awkward.
As Achilles is going over to try and comfort her, so he decides, okay, I'm just gonna go into the forest and just keep myself busy for a bit. I'll see you guys just now. Maitland sneaks off and he goes to kind of go collect his thoughts. He doesn't want to be in the middle of Sorrentia's breakdown, but he does now have a moment to think about everything that's happened himself. Why am I having these blackouts? Why did I see these voices and see these figures? You know, so he kind of have a moment to think about these type of things. Mainland is sitting at a tree and he sees like a cloaked figure. It kind of resembled Cyrus, and he thought, I can't be seeing things this whole time. Let me just return back to camp. So as he's approaching back to the camp area, he hears a crackle in the trees above him. He turns back and he sees this huge figure jumping from above. Now this creature was crouching over, but only with its crouched over length. It was already towering over 2 times Mainland's height. The creature looked Mainland with its black, lifeless eyes and its frog-like mouth. Rows of dagger-like teeth staring at him. Meat! Come here, meat! Absolutely terrified, Mainland did not want to go there at all, but somehow he could not even stop his feet from moving in that direction. This creature had somehow mesmerized him into going straight to him. Now this creature seemed like it would easily be able to kill Mainland, but it wanted Mainland to go over to him. It wanted that thrill of toying with its prey.
I lack the needed mana.
No. Okay, I panicked a little bit there. I'm still fine. They just need to stop chasing me. Just need to focus. Alright, so the creature. I just don't want to die as I'm telling my story. The creature. Mesmerizing Mainland to go over to him. Mainland, desperate for some sort of savior, kind of feels a familiar symbol pop into his head. So it's like in that moment of desperation, he flashes back towards the symbols that were carved into the obsidian stone that Achilles had led him to. But now this time it was different, because it was as if though he could actually understand and recall exactly what these symbols stood for. So he said a few words, and almost immediately the creature shook away in disgust and was sniffing about and gruntling as if though he was struggling to find Mainland. It was in that moment that Mainland realized that this creature is blind. So the words he had uttered had actually like blinded the creature. This creature immediately lets go of its mesmerizing powers, so Mainland immediately makes the connection that he probably needs his sight to use these powers of him. However, the creature's other senses still seem to be very sharp and keen. The moment that Mainland tried to escape, the creature slashed back and almost hit Mainland, nearly tearing at his garments. Mainland tried to get away, and just as he thought that the creature might slash at him again, he heard a screeching scream as the creature got shot by an arrow. Mainland hears a familiar voice coming from the campsite. It was Achilles who came to his rescue. Achilles tried to shoot the creature again, to which the arrow basically bounced back. It was only in that moment that Achilles realized that the first arrow that he had hit was a lucky shot between a soft part of the creature, as the rest of the creature's body was actually very protected with the scaly type of armor-like outer body. So Achilles tried shooting again, and he's trying to just focus on that. The creature kinda now confused and frantically trying to attack anything and everything, feels a burning hit coming from his side, as Serenthia now also joins the battle. She took one of the sticks from the fire and she basically hit him with that branch.
I'm going to have to take their lives.
The only reason she could get the shot in was because the creature was still blind. However, Serenthia could not escape in time, and the creature actually managed to slash her over her back with these big 3 gashes. Achilles immediately angered and very protective, trying to stand up for his lady. The creature yet again starts attacking frantically, but this time more precise, as Mendlin starts realizing that the creature's sight was starting to return. Now horrified to the fact that the creature now has his sight back, Mendlin realized that means that his powers had probably also returned. He tried warning Achilles and telling him, do not look into its eyes, it will mesmerize you into coming to it, but unfortunately the warning was too late, as Achilles got stiff and he dropped his bow and he was walking towards this creature. All hope seemed to be lost in that moment, until yet again the earth starts swallowing this creature, liquefying underneath its feet. The earth was just engulfing this creature from the bottom and just like pulling it into its soil. Creature tried to resist it and tried clawing out for his life, but the earth continued to sink him further. The only thing that you could see after the earth was swallowing his body was the grotesque head of the creature. And in that last moment of his life, he called out, "Help! Help! Great Lucian! Help!" And then he died. Rest in peace. Mainland and Achilles running towards Serenthia. They have no idea what just happened to the creature, but now the concern is more to save her. To which they hear a calming voice calling out to them, "Let me handle that." So they look back and they see Uldyssian, to which now they realize that was probably what had happened. Maybe that was Uldyssian. Uldyssian sits down next to Serenthia and puts his palms on her back, to which her back miraculously starts healing. Serenthia gets up. She is still a bit drowsy, but other than that she is in perfect health condition. As Mendlin is like, How are you doing this?" Lilia was the one who responded, and she said, "Uldyssian has a power, a gift within him, and I believe he can help us awaken this gift within us too." No. Oh my god, that was crazy. I'm still alive though. I'm a survivor. Alright, anyway. I might actually have powers. I'm still not sure how this happened or who gave me this gift, but I do believe that I can help people using this gift of mine. Maiden was kinda like, "You think this is a gift? You think what you have done was a gift?" Serenthia was the one to answer when she said, "Yes, it is a gift. What you have, Uldyssian, you can save so many lives." Menden's still not completely convinced about this. Eventually just agreed, "Okay, what was that creature? Where did it even come from?" Again, Lilia was the one to reply, and she said, "Well, obviously that was the murderer of Seren. He was probably the one to kill both the acolytes from the 2 churches." Brendan didn't really like believe that. He felt like, well, how did he get all the way here then? And to which Lilia said, well, he obviously followed Uldyssian. But who could have sent it? It seemed like it was smart enough to have a goal in mind. You know, it wasn't just like some predator that was just hunting for fun. It could actually speak and reason. To which Uldyssian said it could be the clan of mages. Lilia agreed and said, yeah, no, it should probably be the clan of mages. Obviously the two churches wouldn't have sent someone out to kill some of their own brethren. Maitland, not really convinced, he just kinda like scans over to Lilia, tries to read what is she thinking, like, does she really not know? Achilles then says, the creature, it had called out a name just as it had died. Lilia said, no, it was nothing. And I kinda like disregarding the comment altogether. To which Uldyssian kinda like backs them up and says, no, I heard it too, but the name escapes me now. Maitland, really focusing on what it could have been, says, I think it was great Lucian. The creature called out to Lucian. Does that name ring any bell to anyone? Maitland was looking around his companions, trying to see if any of them had looked like they had maybe heard the name before, to which all of them had blank expressions. He was even really focusing on Lilia's face, trying to see if perhaps she was hiding something, but she too also seemed like she didn't really know where the name came from. Uldyssian then tells them, well, on that note, I think we should head back to town so we can talk about our plan of action, because we need to go to the city of Kazan. Again, Mainland was like, what? The city of Kazan? What are we gonna be doing there? Uldyssian again says, well, I'll go into detail at camp, but I can help people, and that's where Lilia and I have decided we were going to start. So all of them are on their way back to the camp. They are going to talk about going to Kazan and what their plan of action is going to be. And I think that's where I'm gonna stop the video. I'm just gonna finish up this boss, go back to town, and then hopefully not die. That is the goal in mind. But then that's what it's gonna be. So they return to camp. Malik is still on the loose. They had a creature encounter and it's pretty intense. So lightning versus snow. I'll lighten your face when you give me frostbite. Yay, boy. So we're going to town and then that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and obviously may the odds forever favor you.